and certainly he's left it in good hands with those two.
Yeah, that's a great comparison. And the Eastern All-Stars favored to win tonight.
Star power and firepower. Veteran IQ and smarts, but you never know. The West has quite a bit of talent, too.
Indeed they do. We're about 1 minute into the first. Johnson, the pass to English. Olajuwon. Olajuwon with incredible footwork for a big man.
How about this list? Players who have never missed an All-Star game in their careers. Jerry West, Bob Pettit, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Those last three playing here tonight.
Jordan inside, defended by Lever. Can't answer back with the dunk of his own. And Michael Jordan winning the dunk contest yesterday. Clark, can he add to his trophy case tonight?
Kevin, I think his teammates want to see him win the MVP. I think they're going to give him as many touches as he needs to have a chance to do it.
Ooh, that'll be fun to watch. And if there was a snub, Clark, for this year's All-Star game, many felt it was the sharpshooter Dale Ellis of the Sonics.
Well, you take a look at what he's done. He's the only top 10 scorer in the NBA who was not an All-Star.
Yep, the Tennessee Volunteers should be here. Here's Olajuwon. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end. Here's Jordan. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. Harkin amidst this All-Star celebration, labor negotiations between the players and the NBA continue.
Trying to find their way through this current impasse, Kevin, and looking to avoid any interruptions to this game that we all have a love affair with.
Yeah, I know you and I hope they can find some common ground.
Please make it happen soon. One shot.
Free throw good, Jordan. There's got to be some excitement, maybe even, Clark, some butterflies playing in the All-Star game. You want to prove you belong out there.
I agree with that, and there can also be the temptation to try to do a little too much, maybe get flashy, but with these players still getting a feel for each other in the flow, a lot to be said for making the simple play.
Nevertheless, a great honor. And an exhibition game with plenty of motivation for these stars nonetheless. For more, let's say hello to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, I was talking to Larry Bird about his goals for the matchup, and he said, I think our job is to get the ball to Michael Jordan, get him into the game, and get the crowd into the game. So if Bird has anything to do with it, Michael Jordan will be the MVP. And that would be poetic justice this weekend. Guys, back to you.
Especially where we are. Well said, David. Thank you. Jordan Clark, obviously, in front of his hometown crowd. He loves it, and they really love it.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You think about the fans in Chicago. They love basketball. And I can expect, and you can too, a ton of energy, some extra adrenaline anytime Michael touches the ball.
Clark, this city is on fire with Jordan, aren't they? I mean, they love him, and they think about what's to come. My goodness.
He's smoking.
Yeah. And Michael Jordan won the dunk contest last night, and man, was it great. What a thriller. He and Dominique Clark put on a great show, and you could tell they both wanted it so badly. Perhaps the home court advantage gave Michael Jordan Clark the edge.
And there was another winner from last night, and that was Larry Bird, taking home the trophy in the three-point shootout. And he didn't even need to take off his warm-ups to handle his business.
Clark, somebody told me he looked at the rest of the competitors and said, okay, who's going to be in second place here? Who's going to finish behind me?
Sounds just like him.
And Kareem looking to set the career record for all-star scoring. Isn't that something?
It really is. Needs just 10 points to do it.
Look out!
Bang!
And Michael Jordan, not only last season's leading scorer by a mile, but Clark Kellogg this season, he is in the running for the Defensive Player of the Year.
He is the true definition of a two-way player. Gets it done at a high level at both ends. You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the most All-Star appearances by far in NBA history. Clark, an All-Star in every season of his career except one. And in that year, he was injured.
Yeah, and at 40 years of age, matter of fact, the youngest player tonight was only 4 years old when Kareem made his first All-Star appearance. That player, Brad Daugherty.
No kidding.
That's right.
And Magic Johnson continuing to orchestrate beautifully. And tonight's All-Star MVP will have a $5,000 check presented in their name, Clark, to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund.
A great cause in honor of a terrific American.
Ewing finds Jordan. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
We all know about Michael's offensive prowess, okay? But he's incredible defensively as well. He works hard at that end, and that's rare for a star.
Jordan taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Jordan.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Here's Drexler. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And enjoying his finest pro season, Clyde the Glide Drexler making his second All-Star appearance. Worked over the summer with Kiki Vandeweghe to substantially improve his jump shot.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. East All-Stars lead by 6. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Welcome back, everyone, to the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. As these great fans hope Michael Jordan can bring home the win. And the MVP hardware. The East leading by 6.
And the head coach of the East, Mike Fratello. His first time coaching in the All-Star Game.
We've got Bird. Rivers out there with Ainge. Then it's Jordan. And it's Ewing in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. Some nice passing here by the West. Pass to Malone. Shoots over Bird. And that's collected by Bird. The East All-Stars on offense. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Jordan deciding where to go with it. Olajuwon with the block.
Boy, Olajuwon is a ferocious defender and rim protector. Really excels at slapping shots away.
The West trails by 8. Malone at the elbow. And stolen by Jordan. Goes up. And he finishes nicely on the way. Jordan's got 18 points. And starting last season, Clark, Michael Jordan's scoring went through the roof.
Averaging over 37 points per game, partner, and he's kept close to that pace this season as well. Remarkable.
Amazing and remarkable, right. Wow. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. And as both teams pause action here for a minute, these players are focused on staying hydrated with Gatorade, which is crucial to helping them play the entire game.
No question about it, partner. We all know how important it is to keep your energy up. And Gatorade certainly helps big time in that regard.
And some changes here for the East. Wilkins comes in for Danny Ainge. And Isaiah Thomas is subbed in for Doc Rivers.
And Coach Mike Fratello, a colleague of ours, coaching in the All-Star Game, standing tall amongst a bunch of tall guys in the NBA. You know, his dad was an amateur boxer, and, you know, I think that background gives Mike a lot of confidence as a coach.
And, Clark, when you look at Akeem Olajuwon's Houston Rockets, here is a team making a lot of moves.
I tell you what, their trade for Joe Barry Carroll and Sleepy Floyd paying huge dividends. They're certainly on the rise in my mind.
Yeah, a lot of people like those moves. And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. And, Clark, not easy for these coaches to put their stamp on the game. Only a 1-hour practice yesterday to get acquainted and move through some sets.
And, you know, Kevin, it's not about necessarily